I'm J Mog. I'm your host. Get the banners up and out of here. And bringing to the stage my co-host. We're going to keep coming to y'all at 9 o'clock on the Sunday. Co-host, Slade and them. What's going on, bud?
What's up, bud? What? How you doing today?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Right.
Chilling. Arlene Poppy, what's going on? Salute.
Salute.
But yeah, bud, good to be back.
Absolutely.
So with this new 9 o'clock format, we're gonna bring back some consistency and whatever the viewers want. But I was thinking that to build onto the show, I was wondering, did you want to spread out with topics other than sports? Obviously, we covered sports. Was there anything that you would want to cover outside of sports?
I would have to give that a once over. I mean, there's nothing popping in my head right now. Off the top of the dome,
No, off the top of the dome. No, it's not the weed. It's not the Budz. Don't represent the weed. It just it goes way back. Where the Budz come from, Bud?
We all Budz.
We all Budz.
It's just the simplest term to call a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you're a little kid, your buddy, man. But grown niggas don't say buddy.
We sorting it up, and that's how it became Budz.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. But since we on our sports, it's a good question, Ken Patmore. But that's how. So we had there's a crew of us, and we all always say, "Bud, what's up, Bud?" And then it was like 4 of us in the group, which led to, that's why we call this Budz Live, because it's 4 of us. So you're looking at today, Bud 1 and Bud 2. So whoever's present are the Bud 1 and the Bud 2. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't present, you Bud 3, you Bud 4 today. But today you got Bud 1, J Morgan, and you got Bud number 2, Slade Wilson. Why don't it say your name? Let me see here. I got to get back to on the ones. Oh, okay, because I got a banner up. There it is. So,
well, let's just get into something that really ain't probably the closest thing that was going on right now, but we're getting close to Christmas and everything. So, who you think is your front runner for MVP look in basketball?
Okay, in the NBA. When do they actually pick the NBA's MVP? Is it like All-Star Weekend type shit, or what is it?
No. That's they're not gonna pick that until damn near the end of the year.
All right, so you're saying for MVP?
Yeah, little front runner talk,
I would say right now, John Morant, maybe. I think he's in the standings. I think Steph Curry, he just had a 50-pointer the other night, right?
Oh,
Yeah, so definitely Steph. But I ain't been watching a whole lot of NBA other than just the highlights, and ain't nobody significantly make no noise. My boy JT, Jason Tatum with the Celtics.
Well, see, and the thing about the NBA MVP, it's predicated off your team doing good also.
Yeah.
So me personally, I mean, from what they've been doing in Milwaukee, I got Giannis runner.
Yeah.
Giannis,
I can see Giannis.
Yeah. I like what Joel been finally starting to do too. Mr. Embiid.
Yeah, because he had a 63-point game. Was that the other day? 60
Yeah. Yeah. See, he's looking like he's ready to put them back on his shoulders. I mean, what he has to do without, with a old James Harden, that's what he has to do. But me personally, I think that the Milwaukee, that Milwaukee team is going to be in a way better position than most teams in the East come the end of the year. So, well, barring, what the Celtics are doing.
Yeah.
But the normal guys in the East, Kevin Durant. The Nets, they're a mess.
Yeah, they got a lot going on right now.
A lot going on, and and Steph Curry, as good as he is, that team got a lot to show me yet.
Yeah.
I can't just throw him one. And neither one of us mentioned Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I was saying Luka's in there. I can't,
I just don't like throwing him in there because personally, I think the Mavericks have a hard time winning with him.
Okay.
I'm not saying like games. I'm not saying like getting to the playoffs. They're gonna have a real difficult time ever winning one with him because he's just too much of a ball dominator. And if you're gonna dominate the ball the way he does, you gotta dominate the way a young LeBron did it.
How did young LeBron do it?
You remember what he did to the Pistons. You remember how only Popovich and the Spurs could stop him.
Yeah.
And that goes to another thing I want to bring up one of these days is how everybody did Mike Brown. And remember who LeBron's coach was then that year, right?
Yeah, it was Mike Brown, right?
Okay, we're talking about one of the only guys ever think about benching somebody like Kobe Bryant. He made Kobe Bryant go take a seat. I can't believe it took him this long to find a job in the NBA as a head coach again. I think he's a proven commodity to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the big guy up right there.
Yeah, that's the big man.
But
who else? Who else is on their squad though?
On Lucas or Joel's?
No, Lucas.
Let's see. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. They got some pieces, man.
Yeah, see, Luka. But like you said, it's predicated on how good the team doing.
And they got Christian Wood now too.
So yeah.
But the one thing they don't have anymore is Jalen Brunson. Terrible decision to let him go. Yeah. They're really not going to be able to do nothing without him now.
What did they get? Yeah, what did they get? Where did he go though?
The Knicks.
Okay.
He's a New Yorker, my Knickerbocker. He's one of the bums. We trying though. We trying.
Yeah, we trying. My Celtics, I think they look real good to me right now.
Brad Stevens is still coaching. He's doing the Pat Riley. He's coaching from
the rafters.
Hey, well, what could be better? Get a bigger paycheck. You ain't got to deal with the day-to-day noise like the coach does, and but
I'm saying like the way they balling, it just seemed like it. Udoka did have them doing their thing, but it's like they didn't lose the stride where you could see where I thought there was going to be like some chemistry issues or maybe not chemistry because they've been playing together. But you know what I'm saying? When you switch to the damn coach sometimes, that shit can slow down what you had going or just all the controversy and just whatever was going. But, at 13-3, I don't think it was bugging them at all right now. They doing their thing.
Well, that's kind of my point when I say to Pat Riley, this is Brad Stevens' tree, and they do it in basketball like they do in football. It's the hierarchy got a way of making things happen right. Yeah. And Brad Stevens got his message down to his coach. I'm not saying Udoka wasn't getting the message from him. I think this new coach y'all got might get a little better from him, though, personally.
Yeah, because he's been sitting under the whole deal, yeah. I don't even know who the damn coach is, but that's even more to it, though,
I can't think of the guy's name, but
But yeah, they 13-3 with whoever his name is. You know what I'm saying?
What's the problem? Exactly. What's the problem? He's doing something right, and that's paying attention to his job and his team, and he's being coached well too.
Or Pat Riley effect.
Yes. It's just like football. They got coaching trees too. Which is why, okay, we're gonna jump right into football. What do you think about Jeff Saturday as the Colts head coach? I just want to bring that as a little side subject.
Oh, okay. He played for the Colts his whole career, right?
Correct.
He was there through all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, did he win during his last? Was it his last year? Was it he won, or was it he won and retired?
Let me see here. Was it what is that what Saturday did when he was a Colt? Yeah, him and Peyton got that one, I believe, and I think He might have retired. I think you're right.
He didn't play under with what's the dude that came after Peyton and then it got Andrew Luck. He never played under Andrew Luck, right? Saturday.
Dude. Oh, I do not believe so.
All right, well, let's check his Google real quick.
Okay.
And
but me personally,
hold on, wait, you asked me. Let me answer. And he is on like the All Madden fucking Colts team, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, then, yeah, he could coach. I think he is a great pick. I ain't with all the controversy saying he got like nepotism and they just put him in there and
yeah,
so he played for the motherfuckers his whole career.
Listen, that's that Rooney rule, and I think there should be exceptions for situations like this when there's an ex-player from the team, and on top of that, he's a lineman. So if you got somebody like him or Mike Vrabel, a linebacker or a lineman, we're not talking about an ex-quarterback. Supposedly, the genius of the team and all this stuff like that. Get some of these old trench guys an opportunity. You think they don't know nothing, but look what Vrabel's been doing in Tennessee.
Man.
And I mean, a team will emulate a coach,
Oh yeah, so, that's what I'm saying. He was a model player from what I can remember. He played for them, got him a ring. It was one of them little, them good old careers. You know what I'm saying? So
a great career, but a real tough guy. I mean, he's gonna bring a tough guy attitude, and you gotta respect this because he actually did it. This ain't somebody. This ain't Sean McVay just coming here and talking. You know what I mean? This ain't my boy Mike McDaniel down in Miami that's coming there with his little Oakley glasses on. You know what I'm saying? From nowhere, he ain't probably played down football in his life. Give him a head coaching job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This somebody who actually been in the trench. I think an ex-player should always overrule that Rooney rule. I mean, whether he black, white, pink, yellow, brown, or orange, if the guy played football,
he played football. You know what I'm saying? Like
that means he's qualified for this job. He's competent, and he played in the NFL. So I mean, I don't know how you can get much more qualified than that personally.
Stats. Let me see. 2012.
And what I like about a guy like him and a Mike Vrabel is them two guys don't buy into these analytics that's making these teams look stupid. They kick field goals when they're supposed to kick field goals. They punt when they're supposed to punt the ball. You know what I mean? They run when they're supposed to run it.
Old school, bud. Old school.
Listen, these analysts can say what they want. It's the reason why old school coaches did what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, some are better than others at it.
Yeah. But let me see. I was looking at the analytics. I watched this good video. It was breaking down your squad, Miami Dolphins. But it was giving them props, showing them like they got like one or two unstoppable plays, based on no matter what defense you call, and it was like the offensive coordinator was some young dude, but he broke it down from some mad analytics. But don't they got Tyreek Hill? Is he on their team?
The cheetah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to find that video, man.
And they got Jalen Waddle. And they got Raheem Mostert. Listen, every guy I just named runs a 4.3 and under.
Mm-hmm.
And the cheetah runs a 4.2 something. I don't know how fast Jeff Wilson is, but he don't look too slow.
But that was the whole
man, I can think of a couple plays that's unstoppable that I could call. If I was the coordinator. If you just run a simple mesh route with these two guys crossing across the middle, how you stopping that?
Let me see if I can find that.
You could just drag route them all day, and then you could do about it. Here and there, one of them guys can just run the street while the other one's dragging. What you gonna do?
All right,
can't do both.
Got too many.
Found the video.
Yeah, I found the video. Let me see if I can share this tab instead. Give us some shit. I gotta prep the little commercial. But yeah, it's breaking down the Miami Dolphins offense and showing how it can't be stopped. based on some shit that he peeped out.
Wide open grass.
Right, here we go.
Watch out, because this offense is giving folks problems, major problems. Having built a system that maximizes each of his explosive playmakers' talents, head coach Mike McDaniel has receivers regularly running into wide open grass, leading to big chunk plays and the number 1 and number 4 pass catchers by yardage in the league. He's got these old-ass defensive coordinators scrambling to keep up, and we're going to show you how he's getting it done. Threatened by the big play, modern defenses have started sitting further and further back in zone and cushion, trying to cut off the advantage brought about by the high flyers of the modern game. Mike McDaniel has seen this and found an exploit, attacking it
I got to pause it and we got to at least comment on it. Otherwise, I think I might get flagged for like plagiarism. But so you see how he's saying like he's using, you know, his certain couple players that can exploit the space in the defense, et cetera, and how you got to play design for that on some shit that you used to be on Madden constantly.
Vertically by multiplying his speed. With 2 superstar burners at his disposal, McDaniel has ramped up the motion even more than his mentor Shanahan's offense, getting his speedsters on the move and involved together in the play. Here's a great example. Starting out in a balanced formation, first look at the cushion teams have to fight Tyreek's speed. To counter the cushion, McDaniel will bring Hill in motion, allowing him to start the wheels early, snapping the ball with him still in motion, forming a stack with fellow speedster Jalen Waddle shortly after the snap. This puts the defense into a real bind and is exactly what we mean when we say multiply the speed. Hill is already on the move, making him even more dangerous, and with 2 burners essentially starting their route from the same release points, there are so many dangerous ways that they can attack the defense. On this occasion, Miami will run a play action to suck up the underneath level. Waddle will run a deep spot to the middle of the field.
But he goes on to explain too, you know, how like they can just run mad variations of this play out of just how we would be on Madden when you just catch somebody and you just keep running the no huddle offense and just running the back play and just swapping up, you know, just the routes.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean,
so combined with your Jeff Saturday thing, do you think an old school coach like Saturday and them is gonna ever like, you know what I mean, would they be on that type of shit? That's the analytics guy breaking that one down.
Only if he was willing to accept some help from a coordinator.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, if he came in there with the mindset that he's gonna have his own playbook, then definitely not. Because no, old school guy is not gonna just, you know, that's not how they ran the offense. You know, a pass is, I mean, it's part of the game, but it's a luxury of the game. You know, and you run the ball to set up the. I mean, like I said, you see what Vrabel's got Derrick Henry doing down there. That's why Tannehill fits in Tennessee and he didn't fit in Miami. Because you can take a lot of quarterbacks and run play action and have them have a good year, have a good, you know, career if they got a running back. Jim McMahon is another old school example of that. He was pretty much not a good quarterback, but he had Walter Payton. So, you know, the guy had a starting job for quite a few years.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I don't think Saturday would have that offense clicking like that. No, probably not at all. But I was about that next question about the Super Bowl.
You said Super Bowl contenders?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, after tonight, what just happened to my squad?
Well, I knew y'all wasn't ready.
I know, but
I know Dallas ain't ready.
Yeah, but I'll say Dallas though. They I didn't even like. I stopped watching.
It's only like 2 or 3 teams that I think are ready in the NFC personally to do anything in the Super Bowl. Of course, the Eagles number one.
Eagles, yep, I'll say the Eagles. That's my number 1 pick right now.
Well, of course it is. It's been mine from day one. But do you know who they just added?
Nuh-uh.
2 plump, precious buddies for the defensive line. One of them is Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, I did see that. I actually did see that, but I thought that it was I thought it was the Bucks for some reason. So no, it was.
An Eagle, and they got another real plump and precious old school dude. I can't think what his name is either. But oh yeah, the Eagles are really ready now. Besides them, San Francisco made a couple good moves too. I mean, hey, the only thing that's gonna stop them is Jimmy Garoppolo. It's kind of fragile. But they got so many weapons now, he don't got to hold the ball long. So, I mean, it had to be one of the fluke ones. Like, he ain't been getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
And then after that in the NFC, I think it's a real separation between them two teams and the rest of the NFC, personally.
See, I had the stats up here, the standings.
I know Dallas, I know they say Dallas has that elite defense, which they showed they do today. Sorry, bud. But Dak Prescott really ain't been impressing me too much. He been scrambling, doing this, that, the third, but they so silly that they believe that Ezekiel Elliott should still be their starting running back.
Yeah.
So that's one of the situations down there where they got too much loyalty to players they love and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. They halfway did look better with Cooper Rush at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't bet Scott for him, but I'm just saying.
You think you still consider them America's team?
I mean, they are America's team. People try to put them in the Super Bowl every year, but when's the last time they got close?
Yeah.
They talk about everybody got the Cowboys on their lips every year before the season starts, but in the end, old Jerry Jones, the old nutsack, does it every time.
What about Chiefs? You ain't put them. I didn't hear you mention them.
I didn't get to the AFC yet.
Okay.
I was just trying to think of three teams in the NFC, and I got the Eagles and the Niners. And who did I just say after that? I don't really got nobody besides Eagles and the Niners. Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking anybody else who I think can really do it in the NFC. Cowboys, no. Listen, the Vikings, your team's a conundrum. They I don't know. They just got shut down today somehow.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was very ugly.
Got shut down. But the AFC, oh yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, everybody's favorites to win it all. Patrick Mahomes make that real easy to say. And no matter, what weapon they put in with him, but he's having a struggle right now in his first half for the Chargers. They're only up by 3.
Yeah, but with 17, let me see here, 17 games this year, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, what you think? What's the weakest record you think that can make it to the Super Bowl?
The weakest record?
Yeah. Can a fucking 8-17 make it to the Super Bowl?
Probably not.
All right. So looking through the standings.
I mean, listen, the AFC East, they're all going to be better than 8-7 the way their records look right now. So no, you're not going to make it to the playoffs like that. The AFC East is only going to beat each other. The rest of the divisions are getting beat by them.
But could the fucking Titans make it to the Super Bowl? They're 7-3.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, that's one of the teams who I think can make it. I'm saying the AFC, I think there's like 5 teams I think who can do it. We'll start with the Chiefs. Everybody's favorite pick. They got Patrick Mahomes. Their one problem always is their defense it's not really a killer defense. They can make plays and stuff, but they're not killers. And then you got the Dolphins. Dolphins' offense is, really unstoppable. Their defense, they started the year out real strong. They got a lot of injuries to their cornerbacks and stuff like that, but we getting better again.
We getting better again.
That defense getting tight. So, me personally, I put them above the Chiefs. And nobody else would hear that, but I'm putting them above the Chiefs. But those two for sure. Then you roll right into the Titans and the Ravens. Because Lamar, he don't even have no healthy wide receivers.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Lamar. Yeah,
listen, that's what I'm saying. We're in the AFC now. That's what I'm saying. The AFC has like 5 teams. So you got the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Titans, and the Ravens easy. I think all four of them. I think all four of those teams can make it.
Okay,
And then,
so they the ones they
listen,
leading. They
and listen, and then I didn't even say nothing about the Buffalo Bills yet.
yeah, because the Bills was that team. You know, they was the.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
So they lost to the. Didn't they lose to the Minnesota Vikings?
they lost to the Dolphins, and they lost to the Jets. I want to say the Jets. It was no.
Yeah, but that was last week, weren't they? Didn't they play the Vikings last week?
Yeah, I mean they got some losses.
Yeah.
My whole point being is this: I mean, they're the last team I mentioned because of Josh Allen. Now, people will think that's funny for me to say Josh Allen the reason that they're not going to win a Super Bowl, but that's my opinion. Josh Allen tries to do too much. Josh Allen don't hand the ball off enough. Josh Allen thinks he can do it all. You know, his running backs probably had the least carries, the least amount of yards, least amount of touchdowns, probably in the whole AFC. You know, because when they get in the red zone, he's throwing that bitch running himself 9 times out of 10. I know Singletary's had a couple back-to-back good weeks, but that boy likes to do it all his own. So, yeah, that's why I got them mentioned last. Maybe he'll get his head out of his ass and quit being a me type guy. I think he just thinks he's Patrick Mahomes too much. And ain't nobody Patrick but Patrick.
Yeah, so you think the 10-7 record gonna be able to make it to the Super Bowl, a 10-7 to get you there? I'm just trying to think of what teams I gotta exclude. Like are the Green Bay Packers done?
Absolutely,
they done. Okay.
No, I don't think they're even gonna make the playoffs.
So no hope for them.
None at all.
Let's see what else is in the standings. All right, let me see. Let's go through the NFC.
That team's problem is going to remain. You remember our fantasy draft? That team's problem is going to remain what it's going to remain. And you know, I hate to keep on throwing the blame on all these quarterbacks, but if you've been a quarterback in the league 10 years or more, I don't think if you want to win championships, you need to be worrying about contracts and being the highest paid quarterback. Tom Brady proved that's not how you win Super Bowls. You give some back, you get some talent on both sides of the ball. You can get a ring that way. Aaron Rodgers, give some of that money back.
All right. Speaking of them,
some players. You should be the one giving money back. They can go get Odell Beckham Jr. You know what I mean? There's guys to get. There's guys they can trade for.
So you think that the Buccaneers stand a chance to make the playoffs?
Not a chance in hell. Oh, they can make the playoffs, but not the Super Bowl.
Not the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you said Packers might. I mean, I think the Vikings gonna make the playoffs.
Absolutely. Their record right now pretty much has them already in there.
On the path, yeah, and who they got to do. In the NFC West, I don't know. I mean, we talked about the 49ers a little bit. Obviously, the Rams ain't got a chance. The Cardinals, I don't think they got enough to get it done. Now
listen, I guess I did kind of exclude my man Geno Smith and them Seahawks. Yeah. I kind of, I might need to throw them in the mix too. We might have to throw them in the mix too.
Yeah, 3-1 at home.
That's a solid team. Now listen, if that team has both wide receivers healthy, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Geno Smith, and they got that Kenneth Walker III, now that's a scary team. If they can get their defense to play right, that's a scary team to face. Because Geno ain't doing nothing but everything right.
Yeah.
He is the story of the year, truly, for me. In this first half of the season, Geno Smith is the true story of the year.
But even here, like the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, they're all looking real kind
of. Listen, that's my whole point. That whole division right there, they're good. They all got 7 wins except for one team.
Yeah.
And then you go to the go to the AFC East. Now look at that one.
Yeah. I mean, I never count the Patriots out because
make it bigger for me.
What you want to see?
Just make it bigger. Just the records. Just the records. Just open it up a little bit. Say 7-3, 7-3.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, 6-4, 6-4. Exactly. That's why I'm saying you're asking what record's going to get you in. You're gonna have to have a good record. That whole division right there, and the AFC East and the NFC East right there, they're eating up the playoffs right now. You got a possibility, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a division winner, then all the wild cards might come from that division. They eat both the East division. You know what I mean?
Cause you remember that year, like I think Seattle had a loss, like a losing record, and they made the Super Bowl. That was
Yep. I don't that they do that shit no more.
Jay Will says the Seahawks is trash.
Well, I think you have to have a division winner, whether it doesn't matter what your record is. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Seahawks, they're not looking like trash though. They what it's looking like is what I just said. You're spending all that money on them quarterbacks. Russell Wilson is trash. That's who's trash. It ain't. Russell is the trash man.
Yeah, he's not having the best year.
No, he's not having the best year in my ass. He married Sierra. He don't care about football no more. Okay, let's just get cut to the chase. He got all that money. He's a real happy man. He got one of the prettiest women that ever sang a song. Got a family with her. He's a very happy man. He don't give a shit about football. He's already got a Super Bowl victory. Why? What the fuck does he? What does he have to prove to anybody? He's playing like what I'm talking about. Like he got nothing to prove to nobody, not even himself. He's the trash man. The Seahawks, that's a good team.
He said the Broncos are trash too.
Yeah, because they took Russell like he's somebody. Seahawks is far from trash.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, but yeah, them are some Super Bowl bound guys maybe in my eyes. I think Geno and them could make it.
Yeah, it's tight all up in there though. I mean, damn. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, we still got, so that's 8. So you got 7 weeks. We at the halfway marker, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of 7-win teams already in 2 divisions.
Yep.
You trying to make it to the playoffs, you better have 7 wins right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We got the Chargers over here giving the Chiefs some fits again, too. They're struggling tonight.
I'm going to say, switching gears, still football is the topic, but what you think about this here demonstration of football yesterday? Michigan, Illinois.
Well, shows that Harbaugh's an asshole still. He's a good coach, but he's not an elite coach. With the teams that he's had and the talent he's had, I'd like to see a lot more out of him. But Blake Corum getting hurt, hopefully ain't nothing serious. Yeah. We need that little fucker. We need him to beat Ohio State.
I actually woke up yesterday thinking that Ohio State game was yesterday because I had just seen like an advertisement for it.
I didn't understand where was number 7, Mr. Donovan Edwards, the whole game. Is he hurt too?
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a game come next Saturday. I think we got a shot.
Yeah.
I think we got a shot, yeah.
Always got a shot, but I didn't realize the record is what it is. Something crazy.
Okay.
Like It's not a good record, bro. Let me see. U of M versus MSU records. What you think it is? Like, what's the ratio win and loss?
Oh, it's probably about 70-30.
You know how many years? Is there a name for that bowl? You know, like, is there a specific?
I don't know what the trophy is. I can't think of it.
All right, let's see here. Switch to this tab.
It is Michigan versus Ohio State, far as I know. Wolverines versus them Buckeyes.
Wolverines led the all-time series 59-51 and 6. Huh.
Oh, it's only 59-51?
Yeah, but in recent history, it don't feel like that. So let me see. The list is backward, or it's going from new to old. So here we go.
Well, they've been beating us a lot in recent history.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's why as a kid, it was a real disparity when I was a little kid.
Yeah, so we won last year. But prior to that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in a row. One win, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, so you get 7 and win 1 and 7 more. Because I'm trying to think, man. Like,
and okay, we'll go back to the olden days, though.
All right, it's starting in the very beginning.
And you see how many times we beat their ass to start out with.
Yeah. Yeah. From 1897 to fucking 1918. But that's leather helmet days. Gerald R. Ford and then was playing.
It all counts.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at a lot of Michigan victories. So yeah,
that's why we're the winningest team in NCAA history in football.
Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't. Yesterday's victory that didn't look, you know.
No, I didn't feel very good.
Yeah, it didn't feel very, very strong.
No, it didn't.
You're gonna need more than that. You're gonna need more than that to beat Ohio State, bud.
Well, you know, it's things that happen when you have a game like that. You look ahead. You're looking ahead. You're not really focused on what you're doing. This team is actually not bad. You know, your Big Ten is just rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides Ohio State, nobody's really getting blown anybody out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Michigan, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, we beat a couple people bad, but Ohio State consistently likes to blow people out. Yeah.
So, what you think, far as like the college football standings, like who do you think is going to be in the playoff or whatever? You know how to do the college football championship.
Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and probably TCU. Man, who's going to beat TCU in their conference?
Let's see what.
Nobody. So, Michigan and Ohio State, one of them's going to beat each other. They're going to switch spots. TCU will stay undefeated, stay number 4. Georgia's going to stay undefeated and stay number 1.
LSU, Alabama, no chance.
No.
9-2.
No more. No. No SEC teams are getting in. Besides Georgia.
That's crazy. Living in a day and age where the SEC ain't getting in there.
They're beating each other up too bad.
Yeah.
Listen, this is me talking. I don't know what them computers and them coaches gonna come up with in their polls. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I could be wrong from how they thinking, but the way I see it, the winner of the Michigan-Ohio State game, they're definitely guaranteed their spot at number 2.
Yep.
And the loser, especially if it's Ohio State, is just going to number 3. You know what I mean?
Yep. You're right.
Now, I do kind of fear that if Michigan loses, they might get thrown to 5, but hopefully it'll just be 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's because they strength of schedule,
yeah,
etc. Because they got some fucking
Yeah, but
Sorry ass wins.
the only thing is undefeated except for Ohio State. So
Yeah.
that should speak volumes to any committee right there. Long as it's not a blowout, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the only way they should get thrown to 5 or 6 to me in my mind. But they have a game where if they lose by 7, 10 points, you got to keep them right there in the 3 or 4 spot to me.
Yeah. I agree. So they're making it no matter what, win or lose this week. They just gotta, because what is it 16? How many games in a college season?
I mean, usually just like 12.
12. All right, so we at the end of the.
Yeah, so it's the last game, and then everybody has their little
the bowl game. All right, so they
excuse me, they have their championship game because everybody's got 2 sides to their conference, like the SEC East, the SEC West. They're gonna play each other in a championship game. We got a West, and we got an East. They're gonna play in the championship game. So whoever wins between Michigan and Ohio State, they got to play one more game than the rest of the teams for the championship game. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think who won the other side of who's winning the other side of the Big Ten. I can't think because they're all so terrible over there. You know, all the meat's on one side.
Yeah. That's all of the spiritual. I didn't realize Northwestern is in there.
Who was it? Iowa is leading at that side.
Yep, 5-3.
Yeah. See, so whether it's Michigan or Ohio State, they're gonna kill them boys. So it doesn't matter, you know.
Purdue.
Yeah, that's the garbage side right there.
Poor Northwestern. I didn't realize.
And then you got Michigan State.
I didn't know. Yeah, Rutgers is in there.
Yeah, but listen, look at the top though. You got Michigan State, Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan. I'm just saying historically the 4 best teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
In my mind, at least. Who's better than them 4? Is anybody you would put above Michigan State and Penn State to add in there? I wouldn't.
No, they're all trash.
They're all trash. I mean, I guess Nebraska when they belonged to
Nebraska used to be in the talk.
Yeah, when they ran the option and we had to share that championship game with their ass in the 90s. It was at 97.
Yep.
That was garbage.
But Michigan State, I mean, they be having a decent football team, but not really. I don't know. They don't ring out as no powerhouse.
Well, that's not. I ain't calling no powerhouse, but
no, I'm not saying. But you know what I mean. Like we be taking the Big Ten, like. Of course, you think of Michigan, like Michigan all the way, all the time.
Yeah, Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, but Michigan State has won some Big Ten championships, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I mean,
show you right. You're right.
I mean, they're garbage this year for sure.
Yeah.
But the 2 big dogs, I guess it's right for them to be in the East together. I don't know.
But yeah, I was expecting Michigan to not have a damn squeaker. How they did.
Yeah, it doesn't much matter. Like I said, as long as we don't lose to Ohio State or get blown out by them. Ooh.
But yeah.
So who you got for your front runner for the NFL MVP?
I mean, I had to say shit. By definition, the most valuable player, meaning like without him, you ain't gonna be doing shit.
You ain't gonna be doing shit, and he doing so much shit that y'all are where y'all at.
Yeah, not like y'all so trash and y'all got him, so y'all like are getting by.
No,
like
MVPs don't come from trash teams.
All right, then I would say Lamar.
Lamar, you gonna put Lamar over Jalen Hurts, huh?
I think he's nicer than him.
I didn't ask you all that.
I know, but that's like I'm looking at it both. Like Lamar's a little nicer than me.
No,
he's more valuable. He's more valuable.
How?
Because dude
How's he
can't
more
do it.
Listen, hold on. How's he more valuable when he got more L's?
Because without him, y'all ain't doing shit. He's got more value in that market.
And they ain't doing shit in Philadelphia without Jalen Hurts. And then on top of that, they ain't doing shit without Jalen Hurts, but they have damn near similar stats. Can you bring that up? Look at their stats. I mean, Lamar is not outplaying Jalen Hurts.
All right, let's see.
So I mean that's a rough one for me to swallow right there.
Let me see. Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying, and if I'm picking the squad and I'm going through, I'm gonna grab Lamar. He is nicer.
No. That's not what the MVP winner is.
He's more valuable.
No. You have to look at his body of work that he's done this year and where his team is at and what's going on and who's responsible for the team doing what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's Jalen Hurts. And that's Jalen Hurts because Lamar got some L's on his record going so far. And Jalen, I still only got one.
I know, but that'd be like based on how nice your team is. I'm just saying, like his impact.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
What's the stat? Give me a little expansion.
All right, let me blow this up a little bit. Let's see how I can blow it up. Let's blow it up, right?
Now, okay, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts.
It's side by side, right? All right, so he got 20 more completions. Attempts. All right, so
actually, Jalen Hurts is outplaying him, is what it's saying, ain't it? So once again, how you gonna put him with a better record, outplaying Lamar, playing better, got better stats? How you gonna put him above him in the MVP?
Because I think when it come down to it, that like I said, Lamar is nicer. He might not be nicer statistically this year, but like if it, he been doing it because longer.
The MVP is not given to you for your history and your body of work from 2 and 3 years ago. It's given to you for this year and what's going on right now. And Lamar is not playing as good as Jalen Hurts. So that's not a good.
Jackson is ranked higher than Hurts. He is a dual threat. Let me see.
I mean, listen. I don't care what they say. Go back to that stat list. They're side by side stats, and it's telling me that Jalen Hurts is playing better than Lamar Jackson, and his team has a better record.
Yeah, but they ain't facing the same people.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
So listen. So you think the committee's gonna sit there and give Lamar Jackson the MVP over a guy who has a better record and better stats? That is not gonna happen.
He might have a trash, lineman,
It's a lot of things. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about the choice right now. If you have to pick the MVP today, you would pick Lamar Jackson over Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time understanding your that's just like that's giving a guy an award because you like him.
Yeah,
you're telling me you're gonna vote for Lamar because you like him because he finally got cornrows instead of them stymie braids.
I'm saying like, all right, they 7-3, right?
Huh?
And
they 8-1 or 9-1.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
2 wins. 2 wins. So what?
2 wins. You're pretty much assured home field advantage throughout the playoffs already.
Yeah. We ain't talking about how the team's gonna land. I'm talking about the MVP.
You're assured home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and your stats are better. And you've scored more touchdowns, I think. And you got better stats. This hands down. More completion.
They ain't played
completion percentage.
Strength of schedule.
What?
Strength of schedule.
No. You're making a bad argument.
No, why not? Why?
You're making a bad argument. I'm not telling you that you have to pick Jalen Hurts because I'm picking him. I mean, you could have said somebody else, but after looking at this comparison, I don't know. You're not backing down from Lamar, and I just don't understand.
Lamar's my guy. He's my pick.
I know.
If I gotta say who's the most valuable, like take him from the situation. The team is like, yeah, it's rough on them. Like, you know.
Okay, so what's going to happen if Jalen Hurts gets pulled from the Eagles? You think they're going to be playing that good? They don't have 5 running backs. They got Miles Sanders, who's a slight running back. They don't have a running game.
So who's behind? Okay, so if Lamar is not worthy, then who?
Gardner Minshew's garbage ass is backing up Jalen Hurts. So if he's gone, the Eagles are going to be way worse off than the Ravens.
So who is the all right, so who after Jalen Hurts, who's your number 2 pick in the standing for MVP?
Probably Patrick. Probably Mahomes.
Let's see here. Let's see how his stats.
Yeah, I think he got more touchdowns than everything.
Let's see.
I understand the Patrick Mahomes argument.
He got like 100 more attempts, though.
Pretty gross, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of gross. So the percentage is the same. The yards, look at that, though. I mean, with 100 more attempts, you only got 700 more yards. That's not
pretty gross. How many more touchdowns?
11, but
yeah, okay, that's why he got 11 more touchdowns. That's the only reason I will put him ahead of, or even think about giving it to him over Jalen Hurts. I still got Jalen Hurts over him, though. Now, you know what's messed up is we always talk about quarterbacks for the MVP. You have any candidates who are non-quarterbacks for the MVP?
No, not right now. I don't see nobody that's just
not even
so dominant that I'm like, yeah, damn, like he killing the game. I do
not
like
even.
Like our wide receiver from Minnesota that can snatch that shit. You know,
not even Tyreek Hill.
But that's still gonna be dependent on if dude can get him the ball.
Well, I mean, there was a game or two when they didn't have Tua, and he still was eating.
Yeah, but
and he still kept us in it. We still was. Hey, I mean, we didn't win all the games, but we were still in the games, most of them, because of Tyreek.
Unless you got like the Randy Moss, the Jerry Rice.
Let me get some Tyreek Hill stats, dog. Bring them up.
I'm trying to think who else. I don't want to say T.O. or no. I mean, even the T.O.s, but the dudes, the chuck it up dog type, right? I would see a running back being able to be the MVP more likely than a candidate, you know what I'm saying? Because they can just dominate. You ain't got to like rely on a quarterback to get them the ball. You just got to, you know.
Why that?
Because the last like worthy non-quarterback MVP to me was like Marshawn Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah,
a fist up for power for that one.
Yeah, because he
Marshawn, I buy that. But yeah, I mean, me personally,
Tyreek.
I throw Tyreek in there this year, though. Personally, as a candidate, I do.
Boom, Tyreek Hill stats. Let's see here.
Because you realize his offense ain't the same without him. I mean, we're not a Super Bowl contender without him. You take him off the Dolphins and you know what I mean? Is that this year already?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, only 4 touchdowns, but look at the rest. Only halfway through the year. The boy already has 1,100 yards. Are you trying to tell me he ain't in the talks for no MVP?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to prove my point. You gotta mention him. You gotta put him in there. I put him above Lamar. Once again.
Damn. Above Lamar?
Yes. The Dolphins don't do this. They don't have this year without him. I know Tua's the one throwing the ball, and they winning games with Tua in there. Like I said, Tyreek didn't slow down just because Tua wasn't there. They didn't win the games, but Tyreek was still Tyreek and doing all he could do.
I could see if he like ran punts or some shit as well. You know what I
Don't
mean?
do that. That's what Waddle does.
Yeah.
Everybody, you can't do everything. Now listen,
Right.
like I said, this is only halfway through the year. Now let's go ahead and put our little hypothetical theory on this. That means he's going to end up with how many yards receiving? Like 2,300?
2,300, 2,200.
So, I mean, this is record-breaking status here. So you trying to tell me he ain't going to win the MVP hands down if he do that?
If he doubles his output, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just
trying to
saying.
think, who,
What's going to stop him but an injury?
Let me see here. What's the most wide receiving yards?
Who was it, T.O. or Jerry? Or somebody I can't even think of.
Yards in the season. Let's see. It's going to be Jerry. Right?
I may be back. It might be T.O.
And that's 22. That's 22. No, that's overall. I'm about to say, what? All right, let me see in 1 year.
You got to look up here, record for most receiving yards in a year. It could be Cooper Kupp while we playing. It might be hot cup of soup, dog.
NFL receiving yard single season leaders. Calvin Johnson. Yeah, so let's see how we can do this. If you got Calvin, Cooper Kupp number 2 at 1964. So so if Jalen doubled his output right now, he would beat the record. Damn.
Tyreek Hill, baby.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I know who you meant.
I was thinking Jalen Hurts or something.
So hold on. It say Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp. And who's number 3?
Julio Jones.
Julio.
Julio and them. Sorry, let's expand it out. So you got blow it all the way up. Well, that's the most I can do it. Jerry Rice at 18. See, I would think Jerry Rice would be above. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would think that, but guess what? Add about 3 more games on to the year. 2 or 3 more games onto the year. And then on top of that, take into account that back then the league was a running league still, except for like the 49ers,
Yeah.
And the 49ers still ran the ball and dunked it to their running backs a lot. And we talking about when they threw the ball to the fullback, man. Tom Rathman.
Who is the other Jay Jones? Who was that?
Julio Jones.
No, not at 27.
It might have been a different year.
Okay, so you got these are the records per year. I got
whoever. No, I mean just.
They have it overall, but I'm saying, let's see, 2012, Calvin Johnson, 2012, right? And then you got Julio Jones at 2015. Unless it was 2 different teams, unless this is like per team.
No. What's the other Jay Jones at?
At 27.
What year?
2014. Huh? 2014.
And 2007, right?
2015 Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. It's the same. Let me see.
Yeah, it's him. That's what he did that year.
So is this like per year or per team?
It's just whatever got look at the amount of yards per year. It's just going down. So it the shit on the left don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Make it big.
But I'm saying how you make the. So they're saying the top 50. I got you, or whatever it is. Okay, I understand what you're saying. So yeah, I'm with you now. So you can make the list multiple times if you just had a fucking.
Yeah, so this year I got 2,000. This year I got 1,800.
Yeah, I'm still in the top, whatever. Yeah.
If I hold the 7th spot and the 15th spot.
But ultimately, the point being, your boy, if he doubled what he got, Tyreek Hill, he will break the record. So I guess he could definitely be the MVP candidate.
That was my only point, Bud,
Salute. CME Hustle in the building. We're just chopping it up, talking about how Tyreek Hill is a worthy contender of the MVP. Above Lamar Jackson. So I suppose you're right. But
team got a better going to the Super Bowl.
It's still a whole half a year to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. These are only front runner. This is only front runner talk, but
you know.
But yeah, all right. Look like our hour might be up, bud.
Yeah, we at the 10 o'clock mark. All right. So moving forward. Yeah, what's going next week? I mean, I'm trying to think what's happening. Is anything notable in the boxing? Since I got a tab for boxing, let's just knock a 2-minute boxing talk out. You didn't watch no fights last night, did you?
Nope.
All right, so that was just like some DAZN bullshit, like a couple of UFC dudes. I had put on here, do you think Jake Paul is good for boxing? I didn't say no. No. Did you watch his fight when he beat your boy Silva?
No. Listen, I refuse to watch Jake Paul beat up 50-year-old men.
All right.
Okay? It's garbage. It's stupid. It's not good for nothing. Fight somebody your age in your weight class.
Yeah. I think like in the top 100 boxers, right? I'm trying to think. There's a top 100 like ranked boxers.
Correct.
Or say a top 50. Yeah, you could fight any of them dudes on that. Any of them. 48, 22.
But he won't. He won't.
Any of them, yeah, and see what
happens. He's garbage, and that's why I don't watch his fights. I mean, I understand Floyd Mayweather, what he's doing. He's proved himself. He out here just having fun now, making us spend our money. But Jake Paul, you're garbage.
Yeah, did you watch the Floyd fight? Last
no,
Sunday?
I heard about it though. I heard about him calling that poor little boy up. That shit's funny.
he pieced him up pretty good. I was like, oh yeah, you could tell he was trying to piece him. I want to see him knock him out, but you could tell it ain't that type of party.
Floyd is fun. Floyd is fun. Greatest ever.
Yeah,
he's fun.
The greatest ever.
I can't say the best boxer ever. That's a better way to say it. Not the greatest, just the best.
Well, shit, bud, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We're getting back into the groove of things. You know what I'm saying? Knocked out number 6. Got our little hour power up. You know what I mean? Holla at you. So, I mean, next week, yeah. Locking in at 9 again. Any of y'all watching, appreciate y'all for tuning in. If I caught the end, flow back, catch the replay. We're just trying to get back in the groove. You're watching Budz Live number 6. You got any closing comments?
Not at all. Just we're going to talk about some good fighting next week, though, because I know there's some mandatories. They're making some guys fight each other. It'll be some pretty good fights. We'll talk about it.
Word. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This was Budz Live number 6 with Slade and Mog. Tune in next week at 9 o'clock. We'll have it together. Peace, and we out. I don't even got my little buttons together, bud. We'll be smoother next week, too.
We much smoother. All right, bud.
Peace.
I'll let you later. Peace.
Yeah.